Hello everyone, FSG here, hope you're all doing well. It's back so quickly after the launch of FS25. Sim dashboard has been updated to accept the new game. So there's a few little settings you need to make sure you do when you set it up. Make sure you select the new FS25 profile in the app and make sure you download and make sure that you've had the new mod dropped into your folder using the application that they put onto your computer. All the information for that is on the Sim Dashboard website, so definitely worth checking that out. They do some fantastic how-tos and tutorials in there, so definitely worth checking that out. But the biggest news of all, and this is huge, now available on iOS. So if you've got an iPad and you've not wanted to switch or buy yourself an Android before, you don't have to anymore. This is it running on my iPad Air, my work one, to be honest. So I just put it on to test it, but it is working a treat and exactly the same as it works on the Android tablets. So there you go. We are completely covering all the bases now when it comes to tablets, Android and iOS, which is a huge step forward. Fantastic work by the team at Sim Dashboard to get that working. Now, since I got the news of the update earlier in the week, I have been working furiously hard in the background trying to get a new screen ready for FS25. I am considering porting some of my screens from 22 over, but they will need a few tweaks and there's a few mods that we're waiting for that haven't come out yet. But as soon as they're out, we will be updating those. But in the meantime, I have come up with this. This is my new screen for FS25. I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out, actually, and the color schemes for FS25, I think, really set this off. So, in a clockwise motion from the top left, let's go around and have a look at some of the features. So, in the first panel, we have got all the data. We've got the name of the tractor or the vehicle that you're running, things like the weight, how much fuel it's got in it, the speed it's going, the water temp, how long it's been running in terms of operating hours. A little bit of weather information there as well. And then you move over to the middle screen. That is where your speedo is. You can control your cruise control through that. You can select your front or rear implement through there. And again, we've got some data there on fuel, def, revs, and water. Last box on the top row there is how you can attach, unfold, power up, and raise and lower your front and rear implements. You can do them independently there. But if we move down to the operation screen just underneath it here, you can see we have also got raise and lower for front and rear at the same time in the box there, but also a load of other useful functionality. You can start your engine, you can uncover a trailer, you can open an auger wagon pipe, you can force tip if you want to pour stuff onto the ground, as long as you own the ground. You've got one for the map there, camera, lots and lots of functionality there. Now, the middle section here at the bottom is all about letting you know what's happening with what you've got on. So they're not buttons. In fact, they're just basically notifications. So when you've got something detached, folded or unfolded, raised or lowered, and powered on or powered off, depending on what implement you've got plugged in. And you'll see those working in a little minute. And then the final box here, we have got our lights, and a little bit more data in terms of some kind of bars there that show water, revs, and fuel. The only other thing to note that is new on these screens is that we've got AI worker and guidance steering. So you can press and tap this to start up your AI worker, or press and hold it to bring up the new worker menus in FS25. Other than that, a few other things. At the very top there, temperature day and night. We can zoom in and out. We've got our X and Y coordinates, and also we can pull up the main menu, and it's got the time in there as well. So I've tried to cover off as many things as I could on the screen. Of course, I can't fit everything in, and it doesn't work with every screen. So this is predominantly a tractor-focused screen. We will bring out maybe some more specialist ones later on. But for now, I think this one tries to cover as many bases as it possibly can. And I've got to say, I'm really pleased with the way it's come out. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's have a look at it in game. We've got a camera set up and we have got some tractors and some implements ready to go. So let's have a play with it. Right, so here we are. We are in the game. We have got ourselves a case tractor. So before we do anything else, you can see we've got water level and fuel here. I can power up the tractor. And you can hear it start there. And you can see we've got a certain amount of revs going. The water temperature does go up and down depending on how warm the tractor is, and you can see that ticking up there. We're sitting at 850 revs at the moment. If we wanted to, we could turn on our cruise control and roll forward, like so. Other than that, there's not much else we can do with just the tractor. Oh, of course, I say that. We've got all the lights, so you can see those going on and off there, like so. We can put our hazard lights on. See those blinking there? And again, it flashes on the dashboard as well, so you can see that's happening. You've got your work lights on as well, so we'll turn it back to the front here, put on those work lights and turn those off. You can scroll through all of the lights with that one. And we've got our beacons as well. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll turn that off. And what we've got here is a mower. So let me just reverse into place here. We'll pick up the rear mower first, and we'll go and find a field and try and do some mowing in it. So we roll up until we get our trigger. Now to pick up the rear here, you need to press on rear hitch, and it will connect. And you can see we also got a light there notifying you that it has gone on. We'll roll forward as well, and we'll pick up the front. So there we go. And again, we'll press front hitch here, and that will connect that. And now you'll see the two lights that have come on down here, basically just telling us that we have got implements attached. So let's head to the field, let's fire this up and see how we get on. Right, here we go. We've got a nice grass field here that we own, so we are going to pull into this. Is it ready to cut? I hope so. But what we'll do, we'll get into some sort of position here, and we'll do you a little bit of a demo of how these tools work. Right, before we dive into the field here, we want to look at a few of these options. So we are on the front hitch here. We can tell that by the light that's on the top, but we can unfold our front mower here, like so. And you will see the light changes to green, and down here it now tells us it's unfolded. We also want to be able to switch to the back and our rear hitch, and we will unfold the rear mower as well there. And again, this will change in a second to green once it's fully unfolded, and you can see we have our light down here telling us that that has unfolded as well. Both of them are raised at the moment, and both of them are powered off. Now we could, if we wanted to, power them up from here. There we go, there's the rear one powered up. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that one off. I'm going to power both of them up at the same time, because we can do them together using this button at the bottom down here. So there we go, that is now powered up across front and rear, so both of the lights have gone on there, and both of the indicators have gone on there as well. And you can see the revs went up to 1800 as well. So let's roll this into some sort of position. I'm not sure where it'll go when we get started, because we're going to fire up the AI worker to do it. Now if we weren't going to use the AI, in fact, let's not use the AI worker just now. Let me just demo for you what happens if we press this button down here, which will lower both. Again, you could lower them individually using these two buttons here, but what we're going to do is lower it like so. So it drops the front one first, and then the rear one, and off we go. We are mowing, and as you can see, leaving the swath behind us there. So we'll just roll around here, but I'm going to stop here. I'm going to raise both of them. So there's the front going up, there's the rears going up. We're going to power down the mowers as well. You can hear that slowing down on the audio there. And what we're going to do now is hire a worker, but I'm going to press and hold, and it brings up our menu like you see there. We're happy with everything. Now I'm just going to go back here, because let's say we didn't bother wanting to check the menus. You just need to tap it, and our AI worker will get started. So there you go, and at the moment you can see that the mowers are raised, but he's dropping them down now, and off he goes. Simple as that. I've tried to cover as many things as I can within this. I'm sure I haven't got everything, and there will be more screens coming out in the future, but for me this one basically covered off most of the eventualities that I could think of and the way I use Sim Dashboard. So looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this. before we go any further though, we're going to jump back to the shop. We're going to grab another tractor and demo just a couple of other things. So here we go. We are now in a New Holland again. We're going to power it up. And what we're going to do this time around, we're going to roll it over here. And we're going to pick up this trailer full of grain that we've got sitting here. So if I connect up to this like so. So I want to press rear hitch this time, and that will hook our trailer up like so. We are going to roll around to the grain store to unload this. So let me just show you again. We're going to adjust our cruise control down a little bit so you can see as I tap that cruise control button there, you can see on screen we drop that down to 20 miles an hour. Now I just tap the middle of the speedo, it goes green, and that is us in cruise control mode. We will roll around to the tip point, and I'll just show you. When we hit the button, we can tip from the sim dashboard as well. So we'll get there. Let's roll over the road. I've just put my foot on the accelerator here to speed us up a little bit, to be honest. But we're going to roll underneath the sell point here, like so. There we go. We get our trigger, so dump wheat there. Instead of pressing I, we just press this button here, and there we go. We are tipping our wheat. Now I'm not going to tip the whole trailer out there, because I am going to find us a bit of ground. I'll probably go into the field that we've just started to mow, and I'll tip the rest of it in there, so I can show you that we force tip as well if we want to. That is the one. That is the button next to the one we've just used. It has a little exclamation mark on it just to identify that it's slightly different. But while we drive over, we can also show you that we have a minimap button which scrolls through the different minimap options. We can switch the cameras as well from in-cab back to out of the cab. And we'll just roll over here, get this into position, and then we are going to dump, very unceremoniously, a whole trailer full of wheat in the middle of a grass field, which is very poor form, but this is just a demo, so there we go. So there we are. We're going to do that forced tip now. As you can see, there it goes onto the ground. So you have that option available to you as well. Right, just a couple of other things to show you, and we are done. So we will run back to the yard as soon as we've unloaded all of this, and we will demo the other things. Right, so here we are back in the yard. We have just dropped off the other trailer. We are going to reverse up and connect to this auger wagon, because again, a couple of other functions that are available on this. So let's connect it up. And then the two I want to show you are, you can uncover and recover. So if you've got a cover on your trailer, and the next one is to open and close your auger pipe, like so, and tap it again to close it. There we go. And that is about it. Like I said, I've tried to cover off as many bases as I can. It should be very useful for you, hopefully. Actually, I haven't pointed out here that if you've got a trailer full of crop, it will show up there as well. In fact, if I just fill this with a load of grain, you'll be able to see. So let's just uncover, so you can see there we have an entire auger wagon full of wheat now, and it is showing here 100% wheat, so you know how full it is as well. But that's it, really. Nothing more to show you than that. This has gone in, I have submitted this already, and it's gone in for approval, so should be live, hopefully, maybe by the time this video goes out, but if not, very soon afterwards. I will put a link to it in the description, so you can check it out as soon as it is live. So if it's not there, make sure you come back and check it out as soon as you can. But for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, I'm so happy that Sim Dashboard is back. I use this religiously when I am playing the game, so to have it back so quickly is a total bonus to me. More screens will be coming in the future, so stay tuned. I will put videos out as and when I release those. But for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.